Shahan? I know he's come back with.
He's close, I'd say, certainly within day to day. So very close.
As far as Eric goes, you spoke to this a little bit the other day, but when you find out that he wants, road preseason games, what does that kind of illustrate to you about what he like his demeanor?
He is a player, Comrie, whose reputation preceded himself in a very, very good way. The moment we did sign him, I had a player that I coached on another NHL team call and another coach of an NHL team call to tell me what a great person he is and what a great worker he is. And as mentioned to you, Bill, is he did ask and request that he play. Didn't necessarily request. I talked to him about games in the preseason and playing a couple on the road, and he said I would prefer to play on the road. It's usually a better lineup. It's a better challenge, and I want that. So.
Don, do you use, some coaches are very strict about the personnel they use in the PK, right? Like bottom six guys. You like to use a lot of different guys, whether it be Tage, Alex. I mean, what's your philosophy when it comes to just using some of those more skilled guys in those situations?
Yeah, and with that, Lance, I think that's an indicator of on other teams they've already established certain things. We hope to work toward that, but given the nature of our team and our makeup right now, with the number of young guys and guys that we feel can evolve their game so much that we're looking at who's going to evolve their game in that realm, the penalty kill specifically. I would love to have the penalty kill be a scoring threat as well. You saw last night we gave up scoring chances on our power play, and typically power plays in the NHL, you get one defenseman out there, and you have teams overextending themselves offensively. That you can take advantage of that opportunity to create some offense here and there. So it's nice to have, for all teams in the league, skilled players on a penalty kill. It holds power plays that much more accountable, and we hope to do the same. And we're in the process of sorting through who might be our best, who's going to separate themselves from other guys in that area.
When it comes to practicing special teams, I know you're working on it all the time. When you're finally seeing another team bring what they've got to it, how quick are you to adjust, or is it usually?
There's always adjustments that could be made. Lots of times with power plays, it's you don't stick to concepts or simplifications. You complicate what sometimes should be simpler. You have 5, they have 4, and sometimes you revert to your skill too quick and not your advantage of having 5 and then 4. Last night, as an example, we pressed. We wanted to make the first unit that we had out there was one that was trying to make the ideal play happen right away. Second unit was a little bit more efficient and effective thereby. Just making the simple play that was available and had better looks and felt better about what they did. So there's lots of trickiness to power play. There's lots of ups and downs to the course of a season. But there's a lot of commonalities when power plays struggle. When the best power play in the league struggles, they do certain things that poor power plays do more frequently. It's almost like there's not a best power play. When a power play is effective, they're doing things that are effective on a power play, and the better teams do that better. So it's a work in progress.
I know you're coaching a game. You may not have realized that a lot of the Buffalo Bills were here for the game. Do you like that their team comes to support you and your team goes to support them?
Yeah, I love that. It's great. It's great for our guys. I think our guys love it, feed off of that. The funny thing about that is on the bench, we were talking in the room last night that Josh Allen was there, and he had a Tuck jersey on, and I said, boy, I must have missed that. And I actually thought they put somebody with a Tuck jersey on the scoreboard, and they were going crazy for Tuck. I thought, wow, what a great ovation for Tucker. And didn't realize till after it was a great ovation for Josh. So I had a laugh at that after the game. But our guys, it's good for our guys, and it certainly feels good as a coach that those guys would come over here. And I've been one Bills game this year, but have had fun following them and tracking them, and it's nice to have that team in town.
Jacob had a very strong night last night. what did you like about the Jacob Ilya combination?
They competed very, very well. They look at another level in sync, playing together in unison, which early in the season you're trying to build your system, build your team cohesiveness. Those two, to use a term, they played as a pair very well, better than the other two pairs last night. They were a little clunky, the other guys, and we needed them. They were effective for us.
What's the challenge preparing for Florida when new coach, well, a lot of new personnel, and I know you have one game to look at, so how do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean, I watched them on film this morning. Been waiting for that to look at. But when you look at our game last night, and we had a lot of guys who hadn't played in 10 days, so they felt a little off, by virtue of that as well. It's nice to get a game in the next, 48 hours or less. And there's things we talked to on video and then showed on video this morning that really we need to do. We need to focus on us. So you almost clear, okay, there's no, we want to cover as little as possible on the other team. And so you're watching film so you can just get to your game. And I think, most of our focus will be on our game and trying to make slight tweaks and improvements, actually large improvements through slight tweaks from game one.
You've got Alex Tuck sitting between JJ and Jack in the locker room. Would I be right to assume you did that on purpose?
If that's a smart move, no, I'm not that brilliant. I'll have to put that one on our trainers and equipment guys. But it's, you mentioned Tuck. Any guy that returned sitting next to any young guy is good by me. And Tuck, as we all know, is outstanding in that regard of making people feel comfortable and providing them with the information needed. And I think all our guys do a really good job at that. So I didn't have to worry about that, but I do like that that's the case. You've just informed me of something I didn't realize, Paul. Yeah.